It's a BumbleKast Mini, sponsored by Sam Cybercat.
Yeah, it's time for another Standard Palooza. This time, all these questions are coming to us courtesy of folks on Twitter. No, I will not call it the other thing.
You're a good man, Kyle. You're a good man.
Anthony Rouge 18 starts us off with a question. I was curious if he could create new villains to fight Blaze in her world since the robot pirates are gone. What would they be like? Why would they oppose her? What powers would they have? And how would Blaze overcome them?
Oh, we're spoiled for choice here. I don't want to put too fine a point on it because this could all be stuff that I could pitch in the future. But, you know, what can you do?
Anything.
The answer is anything. Like, well, whatever second would let us get away with. But, like, do we call upon those weird Vikings out of Rush Adventure and, like, have a villainous Viking out to conquer things? Does he have ice powers to counteract the destructive fire powers, bringing stability through, you know, rigid ice? Do we have political intrigue within the court? You know, is one of her advisors, you know, the evil Grand Vizier? Do we have rival nations? Is there an opposing empire? Is there a section within the empire that wants to break away for legitimate or non-legitimate reasons? Is there someone who feels like they have better claim to the Soul Emeralds and wants to challenge her guardianship? Is it just a straight up evil monster? We can do that too. You know, is it a bad guy who wants the power of the emeralds for himself? It's a little old hat, but this is Sonic. We've seen it 100 times. It would be familiar in theme, I suppose. You could have, you know, long lost rivals. You could have those aspiring for greater power and conquest. You could have someone who needs the power for their own ends and will stop at nothing to get it. So they're somewhat sympathetic, if a bit misguided. Some kind of eldritch horror from the deeps. We can do just about anything.
Well, Ian, you know what to do. Make it happen. But first, we got to make Blaze more marketable than Sonic. Quick. Somebody make Blaze super popular. We need that. We need that to happen right now. Here's Bird with a Bread with a question. How would the story of Black Knight go if instead of Sonic, Shadow was summoned instead into the world by Merlina? With Sir Lancelot being replaced by another version of Sonic in that world as well, of course.
Might be a hard sell to get Shadow to help the world of Camelot, but with King Arthur kind of gunning for him just by virtue of he was summoned by Merlina, and as the interloper, Shadow would retaliate violently in self-defense. Would not be merciful to the knights that he came across. Those would probably end in not so great ways. Wouldn't really stop Knuckles or Gawain from falling on his sword. Wouldn't rescue Percival. Oof. Although she didn't really need rescuing. She's got fire power. She could survive the lava. She'd just walk off of it.
She's Blaze. Thank you very much. I mean, not, but, you know, still, she is.
Yeah, come on. And then once Merlina pulled her old switcheroo, it was my plan all along, Shadow would be like, nah, and just kind of tear through everything and go after her. The real question is, would we get like an amazingly pearlescent Excalibur Shadow or really awesome Onyx Black Knight Shadow?
Why not both?
Otherwise, With Me is still going to be great.
Yeah, you don't have to change it to music. Still works.
And then, you know, Merlina's defeated, and she's like, oh no, the story of the book's going to play out anyway. And Shadow's like, you shouldn't have summoned me to begin with. I don't care. And goes home.
He would. Oh well. That's why he's not the star of the game, I guess.
But he does have the will to fight the night.
Yeah.
The will to fight the night. God, that soundtrack is just...
You know, even if he doesn't necessarily have the will, he at least will fight the night. He will fight the night. Blues Orange has a question. How does Black Doom transform into Devil Doom?
Same way Shadow transforms into Super Shadow with the Chaos Emeralds. It's a Shadow goes all shiny metallic, and Black Doom gets all bleh, bleh, bleh.
We got a question here from KJ Broadway. Could Whisper do the final color blaster with her Wispin?
Maybe, but it would probably be the last shot she ever takes with it.
All
I imagine
colors
she could probably
Whisper. Yes.
I imagine she could get one Titanic shot off, and it would just obliterate the Wispon.
Either obliterate the Wispon or obliterate half the planet. Either way. Whisper wins. Here's one from Mark Tona. 1. Was Dr. Starline inspired by Mr. Sinister from X-Men? I know it's Mr. Sinister, but Mr. Sinister has a better ring to it.
Not intentionally, but when you say that, he was my favorite villain out of 90s X-Men. Like, very influential. So, you know what? That might have been a subconscious thing. I cannot rule that out.
Good old Mr. Sinister.
Now imagining Starline with like the 90s cartoon Sinister voice. And that puts a whole different spin.
That's a different thing entirely. Wow. No. No, I like his
he's terrifying now.
No, I like the voice you gave him. No.
But if we were to resurrect him as something even worse.
Good thing you're not writing IDW lately. Here's one from Micah 33088. Is there any explanation for Amy randomly having the ability to turn invisible in Sonic 2006?
None that I'm aware of.
I believe it is called Bad Writing and Unfinished Game Design. Just saying. I'm also being asked if she can still do it.
No.
Unknown.
I am like 99% certain that is going to be kind of just casually ignored.
I mean, Sonic 06 is apparently non-canon anyway, so just sweep that one under the rug. Don't worry about it.
There you go. When Sonic snuffed out Solaris and the timeline reset, he just magically got rid of the invisibility power. Sure, why not?
Got rid of a lot of things that probably needed to be gotten rid of, so it's fine. Here's a question from Jordan F. Bit of an odd question, but if you were given the chance to work on the Ruby IP, would you take it?
Sure. Like, generally speaking, if someone wants to pay me to do work, I will most likely take it. Now, there's some stuff that I'm more familiar with, some stuff I would be more comfortable jumping on, and some stuff that I probably would be better suited for. But if somebody's got a project and they want me to take a crack at it, shoot me a line.
I mean, Ruby is a fast-paced action-adventure franchise. It's like, it's in your wheelhouse. Might as well go for it.
Finally get that email and I can say, this has been the day I'm waiting for.
Here's one from Raphael FC 1987. Since Sonic Runners is non-canon, why are the Wisps on Sonic's world?
Some of them stayed behind.
They're just really cool and friendly like that.
Not good enough? Well, they obviously had the power to move their planet back into orbit, so they had enough power to come back.
Yep, I guess so. They like Sonic.
Or they breed like cockroaches, and this is the next generation.
And this is where they live now.
Whichever one you prefer. Yeah.
All right, here's one from Sage Knights. Based on their extremely limited interactions in Sonic Forces, how would you describe the relationship between Silver and the Rookie? Are they friends, comrades, just acquaintances?
I don't know if they really would have had enough time to get to know each other. Although the timeline of events and how much time passes between missions is fuzzy. You could maybe make a case that there's some lost interaction there, but I assume they're on friendly terms. Silver's generally friendly with everybody.
I'm being told that they are dating and they smooch always. I don't think so, but I mean, if that's your
floats your boat.
If that's your headcanon, you can have that. That's cool. And our last question on this episode comes to us from Soul Sparks. Was there ever a plan for Otto's purpose in the comics? I've always seen him as the prototype to all thinking robots, before even the creation of IC chips, but that's pure headcanon based on his design. It would be cool to know if there was some official idea for him. Also, just to clarify, this is a Mega Man comic question.
Yeah. I would have to go back and review the game material to see if there is any kind of hint towards that. If not, then he was a mechanic. You know, he was basically a high-end robot meant to assist. And I think you could make the case that he was kind of a step before Robot Masters. He's not a model that command other machines. Maybe he doesn't have a high enough process to do that, but he is certainly more personable and interactive than your standard assist robot. So you could say he's kind of like a half step before. The question is, where has he been all this time, since he shows up so late in Classic, but it makes sense for him to be around sooner.
Right.
So
yeah,
we can kind of fudge that. You know, you didn't see him before. He was busy in the shop working on something else. He doesn't have to be everywhere all the time. We don't want people to be asking, where's Otto?
Everyone's always asking, where's Otto? Whenever he's not here, he's always asking. People always ask, where's Otto? Mega Man saves the world and everyone's asking him, where's Otto?
Oh, Mega Man finally comes back in the Legends era, gets Volnot off the moon. First thing they do is they go back to what used to be Light Labs, and they find the bunker 20 miles underground. There's Otto still playing cards. Hey, what took you? Welcome back, Mega Man.
Yep.
You've been gone how long? Oh, you're well overdue for that oil change. Come out of here.
What a wholesome
Who's
note.
that with you? Is that X? Nice hair. I didn't think Light designed you with hair, but whatever.
What a nice wholesome note to end on.
Exactly. And thank you to Sam Cybercat for sponsoring all these standard Q&A. If you want to be as generous as Sam, or if you want a BumbleKast Mini of your own, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.